Welcome back to the Methodcast, your cozy corner of clarity and change. If you've ever been tangled in the thorny mess of porn addiction, feeling stuck, lost, confused, today's episode might just be the turning point, because we're talking about that one glorious moment, the mental click, the instant where confusion crumbles and something shifts inside, the moment when the fog lifts and the sky of your mind clears, and everything changes. Let's rewind for a second. For many users, the journey starts not with a bang, but with a quiet ache. They don't wake up and say, I want to be addicted. It begins with curiosity, boredom, or pain. Maybe it's late at night, maybe they're feeling rejected, maybe they just want to escape for a moment. And before they know it, that moment becomes a pattern, a loop, a dependency. They try to manage it, they set limits. Only on weekends, only soft stuff, no binging. They delete apps, install blockers, make solemn vows at 3 a.m. But still, somehow, they find themselves back in that same cycle. Each time, a little more disillusioned, a little more ashamed, a little less hopeful. They think, maybe I need more discipline. Maybe I just need to try harder. But here's the secret. It's not about trying harder. It's about understanding differently. That's where the easy peasy method steps in. Originally sparked by Alan Carr's revolutionary way of tackling addictions, and now beautifully tailored by an anonymous author for the porn struggle, this method isn't about fear, shame, or struggle. It's about clarity. Now, this clarity doesn't always come immediately. Some read the first few chapters and still feel skeptical. They think, yeah, but my situation is different. That's normal because we've been conditioned to believe porn is this powerful force, this beast that must be caged. But slowly, through the method, a new perspective seeps in. The grip of fear begins to loosen. Doubt wavers, and then click. It's almost magical. That moment when someone finally sees the truth, that the pleasure they thought they were chasing was a lie, that the urge they thought was unstoppable is just a paper tiger, that the cage they thought was locked was never locked at all. And that click? It's not just mental, it's physical, it's emotional. One user described it like this. It felt like I'd been wearing sunglasses inside my mind for years, and suddenly I took them off. The world didn't change. I did, another said.
It was like remembering who I was before all this mess started.
And what changes? Everything. Take energy, for example. Most users report that they had no idea how much porn was draining them. Not just time, but vitality, motivation, life force. After the click, suddenly they're waking up earlier. Not because they're forcing themselves, but because they want to. They're exercising again, reaching out to friends, creating things. Their minds are sharper, they laugh more. Then there's peace, the absence of the itch, the quietude that comes when the inner conflict dies down. Before, they lived with this constant tension. Do it, don't do it. Just this once. You're disgusting. You need it. You're a failure. That loop was exhausting, but after the click, silence. Relief. Not the temporary kind that porn pretended to offer. The real kind. The kind that fills your chest like fresh air on a mountaintop. Relationships change too. Users often speak about feeling emotionally detached when they were using. Eye contact felt hard. Vulnerability was terrifying. But once the illusion dissolves, connection becomes natural again. One man said,
I didn't realize how numb I was. But after quitting, I cried watching a movie. I hadn't cried in years. It felt so good to feel again.
even pleasure changes. Because when you stop overstimulating your brain with artificial dopamine spikes, the small joys start to glow again. A walk in the park feels vibrant. A good conversation feels electric. A hug means something. Food tastes better. Music hits deeper. The novelty-seeking dies down. You no longer need extremes to feel alive. Now, the most remarkable part? Many describe that their identity shifts. They stop seeing themselves as addicts. They stop identifying with shame. They become non-users, free people. And that's not semantics, it's a seismic shift. As the method teaches, it's not about becoming someone new. It's about returning to who you truly are, without the chains. Of course, the journey isn't perfect. There are moments of temptation. The brain, after all, remembers the old pathways. But with the clarity the method provides, these moments aren't terrifying. They're illuminating. Each urge becomes a teacher, revealing another layer of illusion. And each time the user sees through it, they grow stronger. It's fascinating, too. How many people say,
Why didn't anyone tell me it could be this easy?
they were bracing for a battle. Instead, they found truth. One reader wrote,
I didn't quit. I escaped.
That's what the Easy Peasy method does. It offers an escape route from the labyrinth of addiction, not by adding rules, but by subtracting lies. And here's the kicker. That clarity doesn't just stop at porn. Once the mind is free, it starts to question other illusions too. Social media doom scrolling, emotional eating, people pleasing, the principles ripple outward. Clarity becomes a lifestyle. Truth becomes a compass. Now, if you're listening and thinking, that all sounds amazing, but I'm still in the dark, that's okay. Just keep reading. Reread if you have to. Take your time. No pressure. Because the truth isn't going anywhere. And when the click comes, and it will feel like homecoming. So if you've been stuck, if you felt broken, if you've wondered if you're the only one who can't get this right, know this. You are not broken. You are not weak. You've just been believing a lie. And once that lie is exposed, it loses all its power. As the book says so beautifully, you are not giving up anything. You are gaining everything. Peace, joy, freedom, and it starts with seeing clearly. This has been the Methodcast, your space for gentle truth and powerful change. If today resonated with you, go back to the book. Let it speak to you. Let it unlock the freedom that's already within you. Because the truth is, you don't have to fight anymore. You just have to see.